Bloody hell. Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're keeping safe and well. I wanted to come on here today. I wanted to talk about the Champions League race. The race for fourth place. Will it be Arsenal? Will it be Spurs? Predicting both teams' games until the end of the season. But I wanted to start things off. I didn't want to start things off like I did by accidentally hitting my bloody leg into... What is it? The bloody James Bond scenic game. Hitting my leg into a James Bond scenic game. I wanted to start this video off by dismissing some really stupid comments I've seen. Comments like, it's two clowns, two muppets fighting for fourth place, two teams that don't want it. I don't get people saying that. Because both teams, for me, have only had a couple bad runs all seasons, and both teams are playing some of the best football they've played in years. This is the best football and the biggest chance Spurs have had of actually achieving something since Mauricio Pochettino left the club and since that Champions League final. This is the biggest chance Arsenal have to properly achieve Champions League football and play well since Arsene Wenger left. It is massive for both teams, and the fact it's going to be decided in a North London derby is huge. It's so unpredictable. It's so interesting. Both teams full of quality. Arsenal with Xhaka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Thomas Partey, Gabriel. Spurs with Kulusevski, Kane, Son, Hugo Lloris, Romero. Both teams have so many world-class players, and both teams are really proving it this season. Both teams really going for it. I think both teams, for a majority of the season, have had some fantastic moments. Arsenal, for example, Sunday's win against West Ham, crucial for them. They had that 2-1 win over Wolves. That was absolutely massive. They've had some big results this season. Spurs with 2 wins over Manchester City, beating Aston Villa 4-0. Newcastle 5-1, destroying teams. It's so hard to call. And for the fact some idiot Manchester United fan who can just come on Twitter and just go, oh, it's 2 clowns fighting for top 4, 2 teams shit. You are completely wrong. Completely wrong. And look, we're here to predict it because I genuinely don't have a clue what's going to happen. So let's discuss Arsenal's game. Let's discuss Spurs' games. Let's discuss how many points they're going to take out of them. Let's discuss Tottenham's first. Liverpool. I'm really tired on this one. And I know opposition fans will just straight away dismiss this game as a walkover and go, Liverpool take all 3 points. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Job done. That's going to be the story. Nothing more to that. But from a Spurs fan's perspective, and I've seen other people talking about it, Carragher even said this is the game he thinks Liverpool might lose, if they're going to lose any. And it's purely because of 2 men in this game. I know, a lot of the time this season, people have went Kane and Son. And I've been like, well, you've got to give credit to other players. Give credit to a Mora or a Kulusevski or a Romero if they've played well. But this game is truly about 2 people. Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. How did Liverpool get broken down? There's only one way to break them down. They play the offside trap absolutely phenomenally. They play such a high line, but to a point where you try and play the long ball, you're usually caught out offside. To beat Liverpool, you're bound to get a chance. Norwich have had chances. Brentford have had chances. Because you're coming up against Alisson, who's a world-class goalkeeper, Liverpool have probably went on to win that game. But to beat Liverpool, you need to time your runs phenomenally. You need a fantastic passer who can play a killer pass from midfield, and you need a clinical striker. Who can play a clinical pass from midfield if he drops deep? Harry Kane. He plays like he did the last couple of weeks. We're going to lose this game back 5 or 6-0. He plays like he did against Man City and against Everton and against Leeds. I reckon we stand a real chance in this game. Who's a clinical finisher? Heung-min Son. I really wouldn't dismiss it. It's a hard one to call. I'm going to have to... Because of that reason, I still have to give Liverpool 3 points. But I think it's going to be much closer than some people expect. I believe maybe a 4-3 scoreline, a 3-2 scoreline to Liverpool, if not a 2-2 draw. But I'm going to go with a Liverpool win, but I think Spurs will really put up a fight. Then you've got to look at Arsenal's games. Arsenal versus Leeds this weekend. Once again, not as simple as some people might class it. Leeds fighting for their life. Now, the only reason they're in this position is because of Marcelo Bielsa, because Jesse Marsch has come in, and as much as the table, people say the table doesn't lie, it does with this one, because he's come in, he's done a phenomenal job, apart from that Manchester City loss the other day, where I think they played really well, in all honesty, in that first half. they've been brilliant under him. 3-0 win against Watford. You know, one since the Aston Villa game. You know, they went on their longest unbeaten run, I believe, in the Premier League this season. You know, brilliant few weeks for Leeds, beating the likes of Watford. Not only that, a 3-2 comeback against Wolves, and this was before the Wolves we're seeing right now. This was the Wolves that were almost impossible to break down, not the Wolves that got carved open like a Christmas turkey by Brighton the other day, but a real tough Wolves team to beat. So once again, I really don't expect this to be a walkover. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give Arsenal 3 points. I think if this game was being played in the last couple games of the season, or if it was at Ellen Road, I'd give Leeds something. But because of the fact it's at the Emirates, I'm going to have to go with a 2-1 Arsenal win. The North London derby, the big one. Look, you can call me biased all I want, but I truly believe this is going to be not easy for Spurs, but I truly believe we're going to make it look easy. I'm expecting a 2 or 3-0 win, or a 3-1 or a 4-1. I really am. And as much as Arsenal fans get, Davis in the positions in the table, you're just being biased. I don't care what you say, you scummy Woolwich fans, right? Listen to what I've got to say about the North London derby. It's purely not me being biased. I'll be honest, even if I was a Liverpool fan, an Everton fan, something like that. I don't know why I've gone with the two Scouse clubs, but a Sunderland fan, just go Midlands, a Leicester fan, right? I'd still give this exact verdict on it. Yes, Arsenal are a good team. There's no denying that. As much as it pains me, they're a good team this season. They've got a system. They're playing it well. They've had a couple drop-offs, but, you know, as a whole, they've been really good. But you've got to remember they're a young squad. And as much as people go bottling them, you know, Tottenham bottle everything, you've got to understand they have barely any winners in their squad who have ever won anything major, right? We do at the minute. Players such as Kulusevski, Romero, Hugo Lloris have won big stuff. Bentancur. So you're looking at that Arsenal team, you're going, there's no real winners in there away from Kieran Tierney. Let these people, these kids who are set, Ramsdale got sent the wrong way in that United game and celebrates it like he saves it. The passion they're showing, it's bound to crumble. And over celebrating, I don't believe there's such a thing. I think that's actually good. I'd be proud if our boys were over celebrating, but just calm down a little bit. And as much as you want to be confident, and I can see it, wait till these young group of players who haven't come under this amount of pressure, under the lights, travel to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. These young group of 22, 23-year-olds have never seen anything like this. Travel for the first time. Arsenal, for the first time, these Woolwich scumbags are going to travel to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Full capacity, under the lights, stadium booming. Fans will be up for it. Players will be up for it. We're going to go out there and we're going to win this game. I guarantee it. I cannot see a universe where Arsenal win this game. Maybe a point for them, but I highly doubt it. This doesn't matter about league positions for me. This doesn't matter about quality for me. This matters about atmosphere and getting up for it and what it means and the amount of passion Conte is going to inject to these Spurs players. You think of the amount of passion he has. It's a North London derby. I guarantee he'll be showing them videos about how much it means in the dressing room. Kane up for it. Son up for it. And when these players are up for it and the fans are and everyone's getting G'd up, they do not stand a chance. They do not stand a chance. I'm sorry, I got really passionate there. 3-0 Spurs for me. 3-0 Spurs. I really think we are going to rip them to shreds. And we could win that game and they could still go on and get top 4. We'll see predicting the rest of the games. But for me, that's 3 points for Spurs. So at the minute, I've gone with 3 points for Spurs, losing the Liverpool game, and 3 points for Arsenal, losing the North London derby. That would leave both teams on 3 points heading into the last 2 fixtures. Spurs after that have Burnley at home. Now, Burnley fighting for their lives at the minute. But if they can win their next couple of games before that, they could be quite safe. And it could be between Leeds and Everton. So I expect quality to tell over in that game. I don't think they'll be able to defend like they did at Turf Moor with the atmosphere and everything at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And hopefully the passion of either, even if we lose the derby, the passion of wanting to come back out and prove something. And if we win it, the passion of showing we're here to stay and we're not bottling. You know, we're not going to bottle this. I expect us to get 3 points there. Arsenal travel away to Newcastle. This is where it gets interesting. Newcastle, a top team this season. Since January, I saw something in the league table since January, they'd be second in the league. They've been a real force to reckon with. Gave Liverpool a phenomenal game. Beating Leicester 2-1 with a last-minute winner. Southampton 2-1. Since Eddie Howe's gotten on that run, they had like 8 unbeaten games, and then they lost to Chelsea. And then they went on another run, beating Wolves, beating Leicester. You know, just winning game after game after game. It seems after they have a big loss, they seem to really go on a roll. I don't really think this will be a walkover for Arsenal. So at St James's Park, with their fans up for it, although they've got nothing to play for, the informed team of the Prem, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. So heading into the last games of the season, that would leave Tottenham Hotspur on 6 points, and that would leave Arsenal on 4 points. Arsenal's last game of the season, Everton. Tottenham's last game of the season, Norwich. Norwich, for me, have got nothing to play for. I expect them to show a little bit of passion for their fans, but I think we will win that. I think we should be winning that, and I think we will. Spurs to win that game, right? Spurs to win that game, which would mean no matter what Arsenal do, I think we'll get top 4. Even if we lose the derby, I struggle to think that Arsenal team won't show a little bit of bottle in those last 2 games. Those last 2 games, you can't look at the table for those. A massively informed Newcastle side, and then Everton. You saw it the other day against Chelsea. When it comes to Everton at the minute, it's not about quality, it's about passion, it's about fight. And boy, have they got that. And I expect them to still be in a relegation fight. And you imagine if that game's up or down. I think Arsenal, I think they'll win that game because it's at the Emirates. But if we're judging off my predictions, I think we'll get top 4. But it is so close. It could swing either way. There's going to be more twists and turns. I really don't know. I'm nervous. As Danny Dyer said, I am shitting myself. I can't back out now. I'm effing fucking shitting myself. I can't back out now. Right? As Danny Dyer once said, I really am. It's nerve-wracking, man. It really is. That derby. I'm not even looking forward to it. It's a North London derby. I'll be massively up for it on the day. I'm not going to sleep the night before. I'm going to be like a little kid on Christmas Eve, but more nervous than a little kid on Christmas Eve. Because I'm not waiting for Santa Claus. I'm waiting to see Saka potentially take my team out of a bloody top 4 race the next day. So that game's going to be massive. I'm not looking forward to it. No one looks forward to a derby unless you win it. But, oh man, what an interesting few weeks we're going to have. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care of yourselves. All the best. God bless. And as always, come on you Spurs. Let's get top 4. Come on!